Hey guys, Earth the Rainbow here, back to you with another Heroes of the Storm video. This time we are playing on the Cursed Hollow. We will be collecting tributes, cursing the enemies, and cursing forts and minions with these tributes. And in this video, I will be playing Illidan Stormrage, the Betrayer. Okay? So, first I'm going to go over what this map is about. This map has 3 lanes, top, bottom, and middle. There is no meta right now for where anyone goes, you just go where you want. You collect relics that are scattered around the battlefield in 3 places. 4 actually, I think. And then, whenever you collect 3 relics, you curse the enemy team, reducing all minions' health to 1, and turrets do not attack for a certain amount of time, except for the base turret. So, now that we've done that, we are going to move on to Illidan Stormrage. And I'm going to tell you about his abilities as soon as I find it. 1 second. Okay, so, Illidan the Betrayer is a melee assassin. He starts out with 750 life, his regen is 1.7, he has a speed of 4.3, his attack speed is 0.6, his attack range is 1.25, normal for any melee character, and his attack damage is 30. And every level he gains approximately 125 health, 0.2 health regen, actually 0.3. Range damage he gains 6, and splash damage he gains 7, and range was actually 7. This is all right off the wiki. I will be placing this in the description below for anyone who wants to go actually read up more on this. So, now we're going to move on to his skills. We're going to start out with his trait. His trait is Betrayer's Thirst. Basic attacks heal for 20% of damage dealt and reduce your ability cooldowns by 1. Next is his Q. It has a cooldown of 6 seconds, and you dive at the target, dealing damage and flipping to the other side of the target. Next, we have W, Sweeping Strike, cooldown of 8 seconds. Dash towards your target, dealing damage to enemies along the way. If you hit an enemy, basic attacks do 25% more damage for 4 seconds. And our final skill, E, has a cooldown of 15 seconds. Evade basic attacks for 2 seconds. Pretty much. And now we're going to move on to his 2 hero abilities that you can pick from. You can either pick The Hunt, which has a 60-second cooldown. You charge to the target's unit, dealing damage on impact and stunning them for 1 second. And then you have his other hero ability, Metamorphosis. It is a area effect skill. It has 120 second cooldown. You transform into a demon form at target location, dealing damage in the area. Then you gain a certain amount of maximum health for each hero hit, and you gain 20% attack speed. This lasts for 18 seconds. So, I'm trying to relate this to another champion from League, Evelyn. You ult someone, and depending on what you hit, you gain a shield. But in this, you gain a flat amount of temporary max HP. So, now that we're done with that, I'm going to tell you what I like more. I have yet to try The Hunt, but it does not seem anywhere near as cool as Metamorphosis. You'll see later in this video, you grow ginormous, and you turn into Illidan's demon form, because right now you're just his usual night elf form. But you will transform, and it is literally the coolest ability in the game, I think. So, a couple of combos I like to do with Illidan in lane for just decent harasses. You can you E, then you Q in, and you W back, because when you Q in, you will flip behind them, then you can W back out. And if you take some damage, E will evade enemy attacks for 2 seconds. Then, if you need to heal up, you can of course auto attack. That'll reduce all your cooldowns. So that means you can keep doing this over and over again with auto attacks from minions that you do to minions. So you can keep doing this over and over again. It's a nice combo, but if you do it poorly, like I did in this video, you'll see I take a lot of turret damage. I didn't mention this earlier, but most of that damage was taken. No, we're still in early laning phase, so yeah. As you can see, I take a lot of damage from accidentally doing stuff. Now we're going to go on to his talents. Level 1 talents. You can get Battering Assault, which increases basic attack damage of Sweeping Strike to 40%. You can get Shadow Shield, granting a 26.5 point shield for 5 seconds. Regeneration Mastery, regenerate 3 globes granted at extra. Every 3 regeneration globes gathered grants an extra 4 health per second permanently. Seasoned Marksman, for every 6 enemy minions or mercenaries killed near your hero, you gain 1 basic attack damage. Hero takedowns count as 2. So, out of these, I find, for early laning phase especially, either Seasoned Marksman or Shadow Shield will be your best. In this game, I did take Batter Assault, but that does not help you as much till later when you can actually chase enemies. So, since I used to think that Seasoned Marksman would just give you the attack damage if you killed it. It doesn't. If a minion dies near you, you can get it. So this actually is a very snowball. So if you're going to be split pushing most of the game, this can stack up very fast, and you can become a deadly threat, I think. I have yet to test this, though. Next, Tier 4 talents. How much time do I have left? Oh, I don't have, wait, no, I have 13 minutes. Okay, so we're good. Next, we have our level 4 talents. Marked for Death, your next basic attack on dive deals 100% more damage. So, usually what you do here then is you W in for this combo, and then you'd Q in also. And you do 1 basic attack, or you could Q out. So then we have Fell Reach, increases the range of Sweeping Strike. Then we have Immolation. After using Sweeping Strike, burn the target for 17 damage per second for 3 seconds. I'm going to assume this scales with level. Then we have Thirst Blade trait. Heals from basic attacks increase to 30% of all damage dealt. If you're having a hard time in lane and you need to regen fast, you go into the jungle and heal off of those. I don't know if you could do that, but... Or you could also just basic attack minions in lane. This is good if you're taking, I guess not a lot of harass, but it will help you if your enemy leaves lane and you need to heal it fast. So, then we have our level and so you have some very nice combos here, though, that you can perform. Next, we have our level 7 talents. Rapid Chase. Gain 20 movement speed for a certain amount of time after using Dive. Reflex Block. Gain 2 charges of block. 50% reduced basic attack damage after evasion wears off. Lasts 5 seconds. Follow through. After using an ability, your next basic attack deals 25% damage. Thrill of Battle. 20. Activate to double the reduction for basic attacks for 8 seconds. So if you took Thirst for Blood trait before, and now you take Thrill for Battle, that's 60% healing from basic attacks. Of course, this does have a 20-second cooldown. Next, we have First Aid. Cooldown 60 seconds. Activate to heal your champion for 11% of your maximum health over 6 seconds. We've already gone over our level 10 talents, which are not talents, they are your heroic abilities. So, next we have level 13 talents. We have Giant Killer. Basic attacks against enemy heroes deal bonus damage equal to 1.5% of your hero's maximum health. Lunge increases the range of the dive by 30%. Friend or foe can use dive on allies, but you will not flip. When this is used, the cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds. Unbound. Ignore all collision while using Sweeping Strike, allowing you to go over walls and terrain. And then 6 cents. Take 50% reduced damage from abilities while evasion is activated. So, once again, if you're having trouble at this point, it's probably not laning phase, but if you're going to be diving in hard with your Metamorphosis, I would either recommend Lunge, Friend or Foe, Unbound, or 6 cents. It all depends. 6 cents is really good if you're going to be diving in hard, but the rest of them give you a really good escape. So, it's up to you at that point. Next we have level 16 talents. Executioner. Basic attacks deal 40% more damage against rooted, slowed, stunned, or slowed targets. There we go. Hunter's Onslaught trait. Abilities heal for 15% of the damage dealt. So if you took the talent for more, well, actually, no, this will just be a flat increase. This will give you more healing from all your abilities, which you didn't have before. Sweeping Strike. Store up to 2 charges of Sweeping Strike. There you go. Now you have even more escape. Blood for Blood. Activate to steal 15% of the target's maximum health and slow its movement speed by 30%. 60-second cooldown. Stone Skin. Cooldown 60 seconds. Activate to gain 30% of your maximum health as a shield for 5 seconds. So, you have more healing from 2 sources, or you have a shield and more healing. I would not take Execution unless you have a heavy CC team, because you're not going to be CCing them that much. Blood for Blood is really good if you're going to be chasing, but so is Second Sweep. And then, once I test this more, I will go through and tell you what I find to be the best. And then finally, we have level 20 talents. Fury of the Storm. Basic attacks bounce twice to nearby enemies for 50% damage. Bolt of the Storm. 40-second cooldown. Activate to teleport to a nearby location. I would probably not recommend taking either of these. What I would recommend is taking either Demonic Force or Nowhere to Hide. Demonic Force. Permanently remain in your demon form, increasing attack speed bonus to 30% and granting a 50% reduction to durations of disable effects. Lose this ability to mount, but gain a 40% movement speed when out of combat for 6 seconds. And then we have Nowhere to Hide. This is an upgrade to it. It now has global range. So, of course, you can't pick the other one if you've already taken the different ultimate. So if you take Nowhere to Hide, you cannot take Demonic Form. It will not allow you to. But I'd say in almost every situation to take Demonic Hunt, unless your team needs you to be the initiator, to go in from far and, like, nuke someone fast. Because Demonic Form does have a cast time to jump in. So, what I'd recommend, though, is if you took Demonic Form, definitely take this. You get a permanent attack speed buff and damage reduction, and you don't mount anymore, but you can fly when you're out of combat. This is, in my opinion, one reasons I picked Illidan, because this is so cool. So now that that's done, let's see how much time we have left. We are almost done. We have around, I think, 4 minutes left, somewhere around there. 3, somewhere around there. We'll figure that out later, though. So now that I've said this, I have not actually commentated over this game at all, because this is just a little overview of what Illidan does. So I'm going to go through now and tell you guys what talents I find to be best. I have not tested these, though. So, yeah. Okay, so if you are going to be split pushing for most of the game, I would recommend Seasoned Marksman out of Tier 1. If you're going to be doing... yeah. I'm going to just go through and say what I see as being the best for a normal game with laning phase, just going for relics and such. So, I'm going to say Seasoned Marksman, Thirsting Blade, I'm going to have to go probably with Rapid Chase, Metamorphosis, Sixth Sense, Stone Skin, or Blood for Blood, either or, and Demonic Form. Of course, there's so many different situations. This game gives you so many different opportunities to change depending on the game. So you'll never have to stick with one build the entire way through. Maybe a heroic ability will stay the entire way through. I don't really ever want to try Hunt personally, but I'm going to one game. And yeah, so now we are almost done with this game. I don't know why it's paused right here. I think, I'm trying to see what happened. I think either the video froze. Did we end? I think we hit the end. Okay, then thank you all for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you didn't like it, hit that dislike button. Subscribe if you want. Post down in the comments section below if you think I should do these really long videos like this to explain all the champions, or if I should just do shorter, quick overviews with gameplay in the background that'll be sped up more. Okay? So, thank you all for watching, and bye!